Hi, my name is Melody Green. I am from Eisenhower Middle School in Liberal USD Freddie, and my school enhancement project is Pay It Forward, called You Doing Good Positive Staff Referrals. My project is based upon Standard 2 school learning culture, and it is advocating and nurturing and sustaining a good school environment, not just for the students, but also for the staff. Currently, our school district is going through redesign, and we are considered a Gemini 2 school, and we developed three initiatives that we wanted to implement, and we collected data from teachers, from students, from families, community, business partnerships throughout. And we developed three redesign principles: personalized learning, real world applications, and student success skills. And this is our first year of implementation. And let's just say it did have a ripple effect. Teachers, after a while, began to feel so overwhelmed, frustrated. Some of them, I've even heard some of them say just inadequate, ineffective. The most hurtful part is some of them are thinking about their choice of occupation. They're doubting should they even be teachers any longer. Some of our students have been complaining, and I think just overwhelmed just with the schedule change as well. Our principal had come to us once, and she came telling us that the state representative said the way we are feeling, it is a natural response because this is a huge change. And it is based upon the Kubler-Ross change curve. And I thought this was amazing. We've gone through the shock, and that was an eye-opener at the beginning of the school year. And many are in denial, looking at the evidence or feeling frustrated, just downright angry. And a lot of are just depressed, just feeling really low. So I decided that I wanted to do something with staff morale because a lot of the teachers feel, as if they are failures, but they have lost the sight of why we are doing the change of redesign. And I'm hoping that the staff morale will increase. And as it does, then all those experiences of the anger, the frustration, depression, and all that will decrease over time. And then teachers can be more effective in the classroom. Teachers are not failures. I mean, we enlighten, we help to encourage them. We help them to be creative. We help them to impel and to inspirit themselves, to stimulate their mind, galvanize all sorts of things that teachers do. So, my purpose, once again, is to help to shift the culture from a negative to a positive. And the way it works, the teachers, as they notice good deeds, and I shouldn't just say teachers, but any of the staff that notice any good deeds or anything that they would like to compliment a staff member on, they are able to write an affirmation and give it to them. Then that person that receives it, most definitely, they are going to feel encouraged and, feel that they have support from their colleagues. Maybe feel more motivation to do better and to want to do better, and just know that they are appreciated with the job that they do. So there were certain different articles and certain different books that talked about positive staff referrals. I did not realize that staff referrals were so popular, that this has been going on for years. One of Douglas Reeves, one of the books he's wrote, one of the quotes I found in there is that meaningful school improvement begins with the cultural change. And when I noticed that, that is exactly what we are looking for. We are needing a cultural shift, the change in our environment. Another quote, I love this, it said, the wave of positivity. So when it begins to extend out to the staff members, then everybody will begin to acknowledgement, and that is just going to spread more and more. Then we are able to make a more positive impact in our students' lives. I was listening to a broadcast, and then I saw where they were talking about on the principal's page, and it said when positive referrals go up, negative referrals go down, and that's what I'm hoping that will happen at Eisenhower Middle School. We were in a meeting one time, and our leadership team, we were talking about how the decline in staff morale. And when I first met with my principal, she chose staff morale as one of the highest needs. And I asked her, I said, how am I supposed to accomplish that? And she looked at me, she said, I don't know. And it just really hit me. She didn't have an answer. I don't have an answer. Right now, we're just finding a way. We're trying to make it through. But I felt that that was what I needed to do. I felt compelled, even though I went all around, I tried to do everything other than staff morale. So I went to some of the leaders from the leadership team, and they were on board, willing to help me to write affirmations to try to help boost the confidence and the spirit of others. And I felt that we should be the ones that model it. If anybody, the leadership team should. So I began to talk with Principal Carla Wolf from Ruth Clark in Wichita, and she began to tell me that when they first started doing staff office referrals, it was difficult. They didn't have the buy-in from the staff. They thought it was, for kids only. But after a while, she said that it began to extend to the students. Then the parents wanted to send in positive office referrals, and it just became contagious. And she said it just began to increase, so that they were excited about finding a different leader that they could acknowledge and show them how much they appreciate them. And she told me, she said, we make a big deal out of receiving a positive office referral. It is just nice to be recognized in a positive way. And that is so true. And I have noticed a lot of people that don't ask for recognition or seek for recognition, those are the people that we need to recognize. Everybody deserves to be seen and to let them know, hey, thank you, or I appreciate everything that you're doing, or that you're not invisible. I see what you're doing on a daily. This is the Pay It Forward called You Being Good that I designed, and it gives a lot of different characteristics. And I told them, put as many as you can. Let them know that you notice all of these things, these good qualities about them. Another article that I was reading, it was talking about whatever you do, avoid favoritism. So what I did, I just put 2 forms in each person's mailbox, and they had the autonomy to choose whomever they wanted to talk to or whomever they wanted to send it to. We didn't make a formal announcement. I just felt that we weren't prepared for that stage yet. But I still felt the teachers just needed to feel safe and not in competition with each other. And just once again, I say it and appreciate it. When teachers are inspired, they are motivated to inspire others, especially their students. And that is our whole goal, is to inspire our students. So I knew I needed the staff buy-in. So what I did, I began to write all sorts of positive referrals to all different kind of people. And I just began to tell them, pay it forward. Continue to pay it forward to someone else. What else has someone done? How has someone impacted you? How did somebody help you this week? What did you see them do with another student? And as far as our exceptional students, I always think about them. I teach all the SPED in 8th grade. I teach all the ELL in 8th grade. And I have some of the gifted. I know they require more attention. I know the level of patience that I have to have. So I never forget them. And teachers cannot be effective in the classroom if they are discouraged or if they are so bombarded with so much work that they cannot think, that they cannot give 100% to those students that need it the most. So what I did to try to lighten it up, I even had some of my SPED and my ELL students write affirmations to those teachers. I began to tell them, guys, I need you to do this. And they said, oh, Mama Green, we don't want to. That's why. And I began to ask them, what did your teachers do for you this week? What has a teacher done for you this year, last year? How did they help you when you needed it the most? What positive impact? And as we begin to have discussion, they began to just name off all sorts of things that teachers have done for them. And they wrote some of the most warm affirmations. I was in tears, especially to the ones they wrote to me. I wasn't necessarily looking for them. I wanted them to spread it out, but it touched me that they noticed me. I only use regular Google Forms for my surveys. I sent out the September survey, and it was a total flop. But I'll come back to that. And then I met again with my principal, and she showed me the form that the Chamber of Commerce uses for the Teacher of the Month when it is chosen. And we kind of looked at it and we compared and contrasted with the survey that I asked. And so it kind of gave me some ideas. And as far as with the students, I don't have any data for that, but I wasn't really going for that. But I did talk to the assistant principal, and I began to ask her about the positive log entries in comparison to the negative log entries that she received. And she gave me the greatest news ever. She told me from September to October of where we are now in 2019, we have more positive referrals than we had in the entire school year of 2018-2019. I'm loving that. That's what it's about. So these are my results. As I said, they were a complete flop. Out of 66 employees that received it, only 8 responded, and all of the data was just negative. There was only a few people that felt that they felt encouraged, or that they even chose to pay it forward to someone else. But then I came back in October, 27 out of 66. That's what I'm talking about. It's not 66, not 100%, but at least I got 27. And there are no ones and there are no twos. So I was really glad. And I learned from my mistake. I reworded the question. I only wanted them to rate the importance of staff morale, not where we stand as a school. And then as far as then, did they feel encouraged? 63% said yes, that is huge. And lastly, did they pay it forward and encourage someone else? 75% said they did. I just, this has opened my eyes to so many things. I'm so thankful for this class. I am thankful to all of you all. I consider you now part of the family as well. You can come to take a nap at my school anytime. Dr. Burke, when you want to get away, I appreciate all that you've done. I cannot tell you thank you enough. Guys, always catch somebody doing something good and don't forget to pay it forward. Thank you.